that's mysterious, isn't it? Hello, it is me again, Big Ben, with tales from the periphery of show business. And today we are continuing our talk with Jose Almenares. Yes, the magician from Cuba, now working in Hong Kong. And in part 2 of this podcast, some really good stuff. We talk a lot about turning a 40-minute stage show into a 60-minute package for a birthday party, and then we really get into some great information on marketing yourself confidently. Jose talks about how he deals with pricing, and in particular how he deals with a phone inquiry. The phone rings, the client says, "Are you available on the 12th of April? What's your price?" Jose explains how he deals with that in the best possible way, and how very often he manages to charge a higher price but still makes the client feel happy that they've got a good deal. Very clever. Okay, Jose is www.amazing-magic.com. That's his website, and my website is www.thebigbenshow.com. Now, to keep my prices down, I only post about 3 episodes or so, 3 current episodes on Podomatic and on iTunes. So if you're wondering where all the old episodes are, because this is now episode 21, where are the other 18 or so episodes, they're on my website. So go and have a look at my website and you'll find all the old episodes. Just go to www.thebigbenshow.com and you will see there on the main page all of my podcasts. Okay, let's go and talk to Jose, and he's talking about birthday parties and how to do magic tricks with volunteers. Just to jump in then with some things, when you bring the birthday child up to help with the magic trick, what kind of magic tricks do you like to do with the birthday child?
I have in my show basically three times that I do audience participation.
Yeah.
Usually I like to bring the kid either when I do the sponge ball routine.
This is where the balls,
yeah,
you put 2 balls in your hand and then there's one big ball that they change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or when I do this magic that I have the changing bag where I have two dog, one black, one white, and they change places.
Okay.
And
two dogs or dog?
Dogs.
Two dogs.
Two handkerchiefs that they have a dog printed on it. So one white, one black. So I have one volunteer holding it here, and I have another volunteer there.
Okay.
Usually I use the birthday boy or the birthday girl.
Yes.
If it is a girl, I use it for the dog routine. If it is a boy, I use it for the sponge ball.
Okay.
It all depends. Also,
that's interesting. I like that you found that some things just work better for boys and something work better for girls.
But also, it's just you have to immediately, once you get to the party, feel the how is the birthday boy or the birthday girl, whether she's a hyper, she's in a really good mood, she's in a it's all add up on the show, so you know where to grab her or grab him for the actual trick volunteer you want to do. Sometimes they play good, sometimes they don't play good.
Do you use any adult volunteers in your show?
Only to unlink the ring, they hold the rings, and I
the
do
linky rings,
the linky ring just for a few seconds. My show is basically it's created for the children and family, for both of them. They both get the kick of it, and they enjoy as well, the parents.
Because you've been doing this for so many years, you're able to do a full 45-minute show.
Yeah.
If you're booked by an agency for an hour, do you do a whole hour show, or do you? Because an hour's quite long for kids to sit down.
But the way I have designed my show, once again, my character is so hyper on the stage. The things that I do are so interesting. The way I have put my show in a scale and the way I have organized my show is to really get the attention of the kids. I never had any problem.
You do an hour, and it's an hour stage show.
No, it's 40 to 45 minute stage show.
Yeah.
And the hour kicks in when I do games and balloons and things like that. But if they want 1 hour magic, I could do one hour magic, you know. But usually,
and you can fit that all inside your little flight case.
Yes. Usually, I don't try to sell more than 45 minutes of the show, because you can always laugh as much time and have fun for a certain time. Like if you go and see a comedy show, usually it's no more than 35,
I think
30
you're right,
minutes and 45 minutes.
I agree. I found that's the natural, for me, the natural ending point for a stage show is about 45 minutes. After that, they do need a break. Otherwise,
exactly.
It makes you better if you have a break.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I keep it that way. It's a 40-minute. My show is 40-minute. It could be 40 to 45, but I usually put it like this: a silver package of 40 minutes.
What about if you get a call from like a country club, and I get this? Maybe you don't get this problem. I get this problem. They've seen me doing birthday parties, and they know they're an hour. And the country club will say, "Oh yeah, we want you to come and do an hour," and I'm like, "Well, an hour. If I do an hour at a country club, yeah, I can do an hour. I can do an hour stage show, which is fine. It's quite long. But then if they want to rehire me, they've seen most of my best tricks if they have an hour. And so I try to tell them, yeah, why don't you hire me for like half an hour or 40 minutes, and then I can do a really high intensity 30 to 40 minutes, and then I also in the back of my mind I'm thinking, well, and if I do a really good show, they might hire me back for next year.
Wow.
And then because I haven't done the whole hour, I can then do a very different show for the next year. And that's been an issue for me.
For the client, you never say no. You always can say you can do it.
Yeah.
And if you have experience that you can do it, that's fine. The layman, they don't understand so many things in the business.
Yeah.
The parents sometimes work so hard that they want 2-hour show and they want them to be entertained so they can have their break.
Yeah.
This is what they want.
I didn't give you a very good example actually. Here's a better example. Like I might get hired in June. I get hired to do the graduation parties for kindergartens.
Yes.
And this is almost always organised by the mums, and the mothers have seen me doing a birthday party where I stay for an hour. So they want me to do an hour, but the graduation party will be in a restaurant or in a ballroom, and there won't be enough room to play big stage games. So the birthday party, I do my 40-minute show, and then I play big sort of party games where they're running around the room and doing dances and things. And I can't do that in a restaurant very easily. So I have to politely explain to them that there's a difference between doing an hour birthday party where there's room to play party games and an hour on a very small stage in a restaurant. And I had to explain the difference sometimes. It's not easy. Actually, listening back to this, the point is, at a birthday party, you might have 20 to 30 kids, but at a graduation party, you've probably got the entire year, maybe 100 or more kids in that same restaurant. So at a birthday party, you can just about squeeze a party game with 20 to 30 kids into a restaurant, but that same mass dancing game, just impossible to fit into a restaurant when you've got 100 kids crammed around the tables and pouring onto the stage. You just can't do that. It'd be like a stampede. Anyway, let's go back to Jose. So I have to politely explain to them that that there's a difference between doing an hour birthday party where there's room to play party games and an hour on a very small stage in a restaurant, and I had to explain the difference sometimes. It's not easy.
Yeah, well, you really show your packages or what you can deliver very good to it. Now, if they want that, for example, sometime I do, the actual show I do is 40, I put 40, but usually it's 45, 43, sometimes it can go to 50.
Yeah.
And sometimes it goes to 55 minutes, depends how you play with the kid.
Yeah.
And they just want more.
Yeah.
Sometimes I say, I performed the other day and I did a show and the girl said, "Is that it?" I said, "Oh my goodness, it's been an hour."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Brilliant.
I get it, and I get them enthusiastic. They want to see more.
Yeah.
I think the key here is that you always show your packages where you can do the best, but you have to let the client know, like you said, look, if you choose 45 minutes or an hour, my show is only 40 minutes, I'm able to do a good shows, but once you get it for an hour, I mean, I'm able to do it still.
Yes.
You're not gonna get, it's gonna lower down a little bit.
You have to.
Because the people cannot get so much attention in 1 hour.
That's right.
But because once again, they don't care about it. They just care that you're there for an hour. So you have to find your ways to do this kind of thing. Slow pace, be more sociable, play more, and find a way that the hour goes without jeopardizing or saying, "Oh, no, I cannot do it."
No, I
letting
agree.
the impression to the what's it called, the client.
If I get a long booking, I can pack a huge amount into my bag and do a very long show, or else I can just do things slower. I can when someone interrupts me, I can stop the music and start involving them and seeing what they're interested in, and just seeing whatever happens between me and the audience, and let that run its course. Maybe they'll come on stage, maybe I'll dress them up, maybe we'll invent something new for a few minutes, and then I'll sit them down, and then I'll stop music again and carry on with my show. And I can turn my half-hour show into an hour quite easily like that.
Yeah. You have to find ways. I mean, sometimes even though you do 45 minutes, the client wouldn't know that you do 45 minutes and keep on talking or doing your thing, and the hour pass. This is what the client want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The filling time. It's hard. It's depending awkward situation. I have done 2-hour show.
Yes.
And I usually what I do is I do one segment of an hour, let them take him a break, and then I do the other segment, and it's just more of a lecture and stuff like that.
Right.
But
that's a good way to extend it. Have a lecture, a question and answer session.
Yeah, exactly, because they do want to know so many things, and then I tend to all the material I have in my show is only for my show. Whatever they want to learn, they have to be extra, no seeing for my show, because I don't want to learn or they know the tricks.
You're talking about the keeping the secrets of the magic to yourself.
Yes.
So do you get people asking how it's done?
Many times, and
do you ever do magic workshops for kids?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, what tricks are you prepared to show them?
I have three or four special tricks.
Yeah.
They are very powerful effects. There's the one that has the base. You take the magic wand, pass it, and appear a flower.
Okay, the bars and the flowers come out.
Yeah,
okay.
the dice where you shake it and it turns in mini dice. I don't know if you've seen that
I don't
before.
Know that one.
There's one dice.
Yes.
Big dice, you shake it and it all becomes a lot of dice.
Wow.
These are very simple things, but they're very effective. They can do it, but very effective. Another thing, you take a magic wand, you toss it in the air. It's a rolling piece of plastic, you toss
And
it.
it becomes a big one, yes.
It's a big one. And I have another one that I use a chain and a little hook that I hook in different way. I don't know if you see.
Oh
that.
yes, the way you have a like a chain, like a necklace, and you drop the ring, and then it will magically attach itself to the chain.
Attach into the chain. And what else I do? What else I have for them? I do have one more thing. I don't quite remember, but I just look at this one that are very easy to do.
Yeah.
But are at the same time very effective.
Yeah.
And these are the one that after I do the show, I do this. Yeah. I give them different presentation, and I teach them how to do it.
That's a good way to make your show longer.
Yeah, if they want to get into this workshop on some other track.
Yeah.
But basically, I design silver and gold package.
Yes.
Silver package is 40 minutes of interactive magic that includes the birthday child and their friends.
Yeah.
Gold package is exactly the same thing, but it sells balloon twisting games, and I'm there to host the show. Basically, to help her cut the cake because I have the mic and stuff like that. And I cramp all that in an hour. Now, it's not too much time, but what I do, I ask them how many kids are at the show, so I pre-made the balloon at home.
Yes, I do this.
You know, and when I got there, I do the 45 minute or 40 minutes, or sometimes it goes to 38 because, or 37, depends on the kids. I have to cut it down because I want to keep the momentum going. And then I do 3 or 4 games.
Yes. What games do you like to play?
Very simple. Musical
statues. How do you control the music? How do you stop it?
The assistant.
Your assistant does it. Oh, you're so lucky.
Does
yes.
It. And that's why I have the assistant. The assistant does it.
So you do musical statues?
Musical statues.
Isn't that a great game for fun?
Yeah. I have quite a few games, but musical statue is good because you're able to do it almost everywhere. Because if you're in the house and the kids needs to jump and don't move, that's fine. Instead of doing.
And it's a great game because everybody's involved at the same time. Nobody feels that they're on the spot and gets nervous. They all have fun. It's a great game. It's a really good game.
I do a Limbo.
Oh, Limbo, yes.
Limbo, once in a while I do that. But I have this silly, I don't know how with a code. I have a bag full of ping pong ball, and I just toss it in the air, and each of them, they have a bag, and they as much as back a balloon.
I think Yan does this as well. Yan has a ping pong ball game where he throws ping pong balls out and they have to
sort of like a piñata. When they break the piñata, they grab more candies. And I usually finish with that. I mean, I have a lot of games. I have a sack.
Isn't that quite big to carry, all the ping pong balls?
No, it's not. It's like a little bag.
It's about 12 inches of...
Yeah, little bag. Okay. It's not too much. It's all fit in my suitcase.
So, sorry, I'm not explaining this very well. So you have a bag about 12 inches or so, full of ping pong balls.
Yeah.
How many ping pong balls? 20, 30?
Oh, no. They're probably about 30 of them.
About 30.
Yeah.
And then the ping pong balls spill out.
Yeah.
And the children have to run around and collect them.
Collect it.
And see who gets the most.
Who gets the most.
Ah, yeah, that's a good game.
Then at the end, I said, well, finally I find a winner. But I said, look, nobody's a loser in this game, so each of you will get a balloon animal. And then I did give them the balloon. I was close with that.
Now, you say you prepare the balloons at home.
Yeah.
Do you do the twisting at home or just inflating them?
No, I don't complicate too much a balloon. I've realized for the past few years that I do the simple one. Dog,
me too.
Rabbit, shape of a heart, flower, and a sword.
That's pretty much what I do, yes, I agree.
That's it. When I go to the party, I ask how many kids approximately. Yes. They say 25. I prepare at home 25 sword.
Yes.
And in the show, when I participate, I give them a balloon. I made the balloon, I give them. When I do the dog magic.
Oh, because you're traveling by minivan, so you've got enough room to put those
balloons.
balloons in the bag, big bag.
And I prepared the sword because they get more out of the sword.
Yeah.
They play more with it, and
Yeah.
they're fine.
And also, I find if you give everybody the same thing, there's no arguments. But
Yes.
if you pre-prepare some swords and some dogs, then you're going to get some people wanting dogs, some people wanting swords, and maybe you haven't got enough dogs, or you've made too many swords. But if you make the same thing, I agree. Very good idea.
Yeah, I just give them the sword, and
I think everything about you is high class, you know?
Yeah.
Everything's
thank
prepared.
you, thank you,
It's
thank
a really
you.
good show.
I give this sword because I realized for the past few years, you give them a balloon and then they come back to you and say, no, I don't want a balloon anymore. I want the sword.
Yeah.
They get better
Yeah.
kick over the sword
Balloon swords.
with balloon swords. And I pre-made them at home.
Mm.
Let's say there were 25 kids. I made 28.
Yeah.
One of them pop.
Yeah.
And
Two extras, yeah.
and
Me
two
too.
extra, and on the show I have participation. The first participation I give them a doggy,
Yeah.
and the other two participation with the dog trick I did give them a dog.
Right, a balloon dog.
A balloon dog
Yes.
that I pre-made very fast over
Yeah.
there for them.
Mm.
And
So
Yeah.
this is coming towards the end of the birthday party show.
Toward the end.
Is the balloons the last part?
yeah, basically when I give the balloon the last part,
Right.
and that's about it. I usually have a different scenario. I do 40-minute shows, and that's about it. And I do the 40-minute with the gold packages, and then they can do the 40-minute magic. They can come, we cut the cake, we sing happy birthday. They can go and sit down. They have a break. They eat,
Yeah.
and then I go back with the games with them.
Ah, there you go.
You know, so they can have a break. I ask them, you want to carry on?
Yeah.
You want to go? And then give me the okay.
Yeah.
We play the games. Only
And you fit
15
that
to-
into the hour, or do you stay longer, even longer than an hour? then?
About 5-10 minutes longer,
Okay,
15
okay,
minutes. Time go fast. Sometimes, so depends. Sometimes we usually go for an
And
hour.
how about your word of mouth marketing? Do you pass out name cards when you're finishing your party?
If I work for an agency,
Of course not. No.
No.
No, I
You
agree.
know,
But if you're working for yourself,
yeah, obviously, I have to make sure each of them they have a business card
there you
before I
go.
go.
Yes.
That's how you're gonna get.
Do you
it.
give it to the parents or the kids?
I give it to the parents,
Yeah.
and I give them to the kid as well.
As well. Right,
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone.
The more you give, so if you give, let's say there are 25 kids, if we give 25, you have more chances to get
More work.
5% of that.
Yes.
You know, so
Yes. Yeah.
and although I have this issue, it never happened to me before, but it's happening here in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
That, for example, I do a magic show for an agency,
Mm.
but in the past time I have worked for other clients, and they appear in the agency party. You know what I'm saying? My client,
Your client knows the number.
they
Yeah.
invite the number, and this kind of thing could create conflict because
too, yeah.
maybe the agency think that we're trying to take away the business.
But you're not. It's just somebody already knows your number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and this has happened to me quite
It's
a
like,
few
just
times.
try your best.
Quite a few times.
Just
and,
try your best to treat everybody
you know.
with respect.
Yeah,
The agency.
exactly. Yeah, and yeah, it. Always try to give a business card to the party and make sure that each of them have a business card.
Okay.
You know.
Let's look at some of these things.
Tip would you give to a future entertainer? I would say that if you love what you do,
Yeah.
you will never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
That's my tip.
Yeah.
I feel a satisfaction with what I do, and my goal, once again, at the end of the day, go home and sleep and be happy that I entertained. I didn't have any problem, and the clients
Yeah.
got a good show.
It's very interesting.
That's-
I've learned so much from you.
Yeah.
I think for you, what I take away is that you, for you, the stage show is what you love. I mean, the show.
Yeah.
So you've got maybe your wife is helping with the phone calls and things?
No, I do the phone
You
call.
do that
She
too?
only helped me by some things like maybe sending invoices in some
invoices, that
cases.
stuff, okay.
Doing my, she's an
But-
accountant. She does my
there
accounting
you are.
department part,
Yes.
and we put packages together. I give him. Basically, I'm the center. She's the one who write in the computer.
Yeah.
I tell her everything what to do.
Yeah.
She changed things around
Yeah.
because she had a better education, higher education than me, so she can better. English is not my actual language.
Yeah.
My language, as you know, is Spanish.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I have a lot of difficulty on grammar and things like that, and she's good at it. So we just jam it all together with my experience and her experience. We come out with some great ideas, and at the same time, but argue
I
because
love the
sometimes.
fact that you try to turn the birthday party into a theatre, into a stage show. I think that's fantastic. I think I'm going to try that myself more.
Yeah, I think it's very important because sometimes they say, "Oh, but it's expensive." I mean, look at where I live. I have to hire a band, have an assistant. You want a better show. I don't want to be able to, as a kiddie show, just go over there by yourself. No, it doesn't work like this. I wanted to give you the best I can give you,
Yeah.
and this is what you get. If you want to get it, you have to pay what is worth it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
And I think, and I have to talk to the agency this year. I will raise up my price a little bit because by the time I put my hours into it, by the time once I get the band, I'm guaranteed because since I've been here, I think I never had any being late show.
No.
Only once, and I was stuck on traffic, and I called the client. The client was in a club, but he couldn't pick up the phone, so I called the agency, and the agency called it. And I actually got there at the time that I was supposed to perform by 3 o'clock, and it took me about 50 minutes to set up, and it was funny that day because I tried to call the client and left the message, and I got in time to the performance time, but by the time I have to prepare, it took me 50 minutes. The show was great. Her grandpa of the girl gave me $500 tip.
Wow.
And then I had a complaint later on from that woman because to agency, to Andy, that I arrived late.
Yeah, but you've got a $500 tip.
This is very
So the show was
very bizarre.
Bizarre, yeah.
And
On the one hand, the grandpa gives you a $500 tip.
Yeah.
Such an amazing show.
And I said, but it's impossible. How can this be possible? I called, and when I arrived here, I said to her, look, I have called you before.
Yeah.
To tell you that I'm stuck on traffic.
Sometimes it happens. There's
You
a
know?
traffic jam, a traffic accident. It's going to slow people down. Yeah.
So what happened was that show, and I remember very clear, she wasn't able, the host wasn't able, especially the mommy, wasn't able to manage the show.
Right.
The actual host of the party itself. Because if you see that, for example, for whatever reason, magician arrived late because it's stuck in traffic or whatever, well, move things around.
Yeah.
Give the food now and leave the magician for
yeah,
later.
Yeah.
You know, she
Yeah,
wanted
she
to
did.
have everything perfect.
That's a good idea. If you're running very late, just tell the client to do the food first. Or
Yeah,
even,
do something and
you
put
know,
ahead.
You can do the
because-
birthday cake first. Yeah. if you
Yeah,
want to.
exactly. Do the birthday cake
Then
first.
the party will be great.
Yeah. So she wanted.
Well,
she-
some birthday party clients are some of the mums are very fussy.
Yeah.
And I understand because as a parent myself, when I organise my own child's birthday party, you do get a bit stressed because you are inviting all your friends and their children to come round, and you want it to be a good show. But some mums are too fussy.
I did a show not too long ago, and I swear I had this girl sending me WhatsApp. Like I received like about 300 WhatsApp.
I know, isn't it amazing how many messages? It should be just maybe one email. It could be just one email. Are you available? You send the email back. Yes, here's my contract.
But I think it only
That's
happened
done.
with the girls.
Right.
With the girls that wanted to get, because I have a birthday party this coming Saturday, and the girl gave me, no, but I seen you before so many. Just getting to the point. What is it that you want?
Yeah.
And I'm able to help you.
Yeah.
They want it, they don't want it, they take it, they put it. You know what I'm saying? And they're not quite sure what it is.
Yeah.
Just decide. And I think it's very important. That's why I have the gold package, because when you read, I talk to the client ahead of a time and I give them tips how to organize the party.
Yeah.
Because if you better organize the party, your party will be great that way. If you don't,
But do you have a problem sometimes when you're trying to give them tips that they don't understand your English well enough? Sometimes
no,
you're okay.
I'm okay.
You're okay.
I basically lay them out on the table in different ways. Sometimes I send it by email. These are the tip.
Are you talking by phone or by email?
It's all depending. I tell them my email by phone, and sometimes they are so busy. They have other things to do. They will not forget. They will forget the next day.
Yes.
You know. So everything I have said, I email it to them.
Email them as well.
I have a pattern out of that email to them.
Yes.
And
you have a pattern?
a pattern, email pattern that I choose if they want, for example, the tips for the idea of how to organize the party.
You have a document that you can just send to them.
A system.
A system. Right.
Yeah, everything is just a system that I use.
Do you ever have the problem? Because you're one of the few people who does just a 45-minute birthday party. And do the mums sometimes say, but everybody else stays for an hour? That's never been an issue for you? I like that, because I like that idea.
No. I never had this issue.
Excellent. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to tell people I can do 45 minutes.
I never had this idea, this issue.
No, good. I like it.
No, never.
I just assumed that because most entertainers did an hour for a birthday party, I better do an hour as well. But I spent years in Singapore doing many different kinds of stage shows, and they were always only 30 minutes. So a lot of my experience comes from doing a 30-minute stage show.
Yeah.
And I'd like to do. I think it's a good idea. Why stay for an hour if the client is happy for you just to do a 40 to 45-minute show of really good stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I think in the business, and the commercial business, magic and family and things, we have to know so many things. Not only magic. You need to socialize, get to know people, talk to them, make them feel better when you speak to them. These are very important in the business. No, it's not being a magician. You have to be a good person too.
Yes.
It's very important. You have to make them feel that you're the saver.
Yes.
For their party.
You're the savior.
Yeah, you're saving them, relax, giving enough confidence to it, and once you feel them that way, they don't ask too much questions.
Yeah.
And you tell them very straightforward. Look, I have been doing the business for over 23 years.
Yes.
I do the birthday party in my sleep, basically.
Yeah.
I want you to be able. Oh, it's taking forever. They're me up. I don't know.
I was just thinking. We've ordered, right?
Yeah.
No, don't worry. We've ordered. That's okay.
No, but
I just suddenly thought to myself, have we ordered already? We have, right? Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's coming.
So, because I remember we've been talking here for a while now.
Yeah, this is 39 minutes, and this.
Okay, I have to tell because I never take so long.
Maybe they're catching the chicken.
What? So I ordered for a long time now. But anyway, I was coming.
Well, this is going to be a long podcast.
No problem. It's good. And you know what? I'm very happy that I get to do this because and actually this is my first time ever that I've been interviewed with somebody that is doing something like this.
Yeah.
You know, and this is good. I think it's gonna be good for your marketing too, because this is a great tool of you to discover this little way of you marketing. And I think this is great. And
I think hopefully doing a podcast will attract more people to my website and see what I'm doing, because the websites having a presence on the internet is quite important.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you still can survive mainly on word of mouth.
Yeah,
someone like Jan
is
mainly word of mouth.
Website only work when we're asleep.
Yes.
When you're not doing anything.
Yeah, if you're out there doing shows and giving out your name cards and making contacts, that's also a good way
I think this is the best advertise ever.
Yeah.
Because people really know who you are or what you're capable to deliver.
Yeah.
I have some other friends that they have a great website, they have a lot of things cool, they look cool, but when they're in the real life, they don't deliver good. And this is one of the problems a lot of magicians, a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Make sure what you put on your website and what you can deliver is the real thing that the client will see.
Yeah.
If you don't put it, because you're only gonna sink at the end.
Yeah.
You know. So I have quite a few friends like this. They put great video shoot and stuff like that, and when they're gonna deliver, they cannot deliver.
And the show at the party doesn't look like the show on their website.
And I have other great magician friends that they're champion by winning 8-minute act or 10-minute for whatever. That's it. But when it comes to do a show, an actual show,
for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, they've only got a really good 8 minutes.
They die.
Yeah.
Basically, they just, you know. Seriously, I have this many times, and I think that Jamaica was a great experience for me. I pick up a lot of things. I was able to work in a rough weather. I able to build up my shows that are 100% proof no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what situation.
Whether it's raining, whether it's
and that's really important, to be able to do a show no matter what, because often we're going to turn up to a venue we may not have seen before. We're going to turn up, get out of the minivan, and the ceiling's really low. Half of the audience is blocked by a pillar.
No, I don't have any problem on my show with that.
You just walk out.
I can put my shows here and I do the show.
You can do a show in a really small space if you have to.
Anywhere I want.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to be careful with certain things, you know, but my show will fit everywhere, like I said, pack, flat, play big. Now, I wouldn't also want to do a show in a very good place because it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
So you have to let the client that you're worth also to have a place to do the show.
Yeah.
It's very important, you know, because I remember doing a show here in Hong Kong, and the client wants to put me in a hallway where they put the shoes, do the shows. I say, I'm sorry. I cannot do the show like this.
Yeah, sometimes you turn up and the client has paid a lot of money, and you can tell they've got a bouncy castle, they've got a face painter, they've got a buffet, and they've got tables, and you go in and you say, hey, but there's no space for me to do my show. And you have to kind of clear a space.
Oh, there's many things to learn in the business. Never do the show, even though if you have the space right where the entrance of the party is, because you will get interrupted all the single time.
Yes, never do the show next to the door. Never do the show next to the buffet.
Yes, never do the show next to the buffet.
If possible, have a wall behind you. Otherwise, people are going to be doing things behind you, and so people are watching you from the front will see all this stuff going on behind and will get distracted. But that's not too bad.
For my show, they have nothing they're going to discover from behind. This is good.
Right.
My show is well to put that way. But I tell them, look, you will not see anything. But besides that, you will not enjoy the show
If you're sitting in the
if
back.
you sit in the back.
Yeah.
So might as well go to the front. Very straightforward like this. I don't hesitate to tell them, the people, I always tell them the right and the truth. you
Yeah.
know. Better to sit in the front, better to back up a little bit, have a better view of the show. You want to enjoy it, you want to get the best of the show, you have to see it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, if you don't want it, that's fine. It's not gonna bother me. You
Yeah.
know? But you have to tell them. It's very important. You have to tell them.
Yeah.
I tell them. I think if you don't tell them, they don't know.
Yeah.
You know. So the communication is very important in general in life. So if you communicate with the audience and the host of the show, it's better.
Yeah. So, do you improvise at all in your shows?
Yes, I do improvise.
Yeah.
I think by improvising and by being impromptu,
Yeah, impromptu, yeah.
I take advantage of the opportunity
Yeah.
every single time.
So,
And that's why what differentiates us from very professional and non-professional, or guys that are doing this as a hobby. I think that's a very important,
yeah, I will.
believe it or not,
I will,
topic to talk about it.
I will change my show quite a lot depending on what's happening. As I said, for me, because I'm a silly character
Yeah.
and my trousers fall off in my show, so I do have a lot of kids wanting to come on stage, and that's great.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just too many kids trying to come on stage,
Yeah.
and so then I'll bring the dad up to help me with a big trick with a unicycle. And having two adults on stage and one person's the birthday dad
Yeah.
can help control the kids. So I might do that part nearer the start of the show. And normally it's planned as a big finish, bringing the dad up to help me climb on a unicycle.
Yeah.
But I will swap things around depending on the situation.
Sometimes I see the kid going very good, very happy, doing so funny thing, and I play along with it. You know, sometimes when I see a kid that is being a bit of a pain, if you know what I'm saying, because
Yeah.
you get across some of those. I try to do something to calm him down.
Yeah.
And for example, I have some kids that are a little bit of a troublemaker, and I just say to them, "Oh, how about I turn this guy into a rabbit? Would you like me to turn into a..." Everybody say, "Wow," and the kid gets really, "Wow." You know, he's gonna turn into a rabbit. Let me be quiet and don't bother him too much, because if you want me to turn this guy into a rabbit, I can't do it right now. You know, when I want to calm down someone, I look for ways. Unfortunately, I don't get this situation but
You're
often.
lucky, yeah.
You know, lucky, because you see, in magic I studied this. Magic uses psychologically. Magic uses timing. Magic uses misdirection, distraction.
Yeah.
Magic uses a lot of variety of things. Foretell. Magic uses tell a story. If you give the image to the client where they're going, they're looking for this expectation. They kind of, wow, we're going to this direction. If you don't give them a direction, they're all over the place, and this is what happened.
So when you say give them a direction and tell them something to look forward to, is that during the show? You'll say,
During the show, you have to I create
so
that
what
concept.
do you say? You say coming up soon, the special trick.
Yeah, for example, like I said before, I start introducing myself. I let them know gonna have a great show. That I guarantee, I'm sure they will have a great show. I will take them to my world of fantasy, where they can experience special magic,
Okay.
illusion, a sleight of hand,
Yes.
comedy magic.
Build up this sense of expectation.
A lot of comedy magic that I brought along with me for all your entertainment pleasure. So they're expecting this, you know. And now, here I come creating those feelings to them. And I get them hooked.
Yeah.
And they're hooked. And I keep on hook them up during the show. By the time 40 minutes pass by, it's
gone
fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't create this momentum to the kid, I will have the kid disoriented and will not pay attention.
Yes.
The kid jumping, mom, there's no intention or no interest of anything whatsoever. I have created this for a long time on my show, so that's why out of 100%, probably I should say 3%, I have had no paying attention.
Yeah.
The rest is great,
Yes.
you know. And for me, I even the parents say, isn't 45 minutes too long?
Yeah.
I said, not really. If you do good magic, if you get their attention,
Yeah.
it passes really fast.
Yes.
If you give them a system like a climb, my job is to take the kid into a roller coaster.
Yes.
Get the attention, put him up there,
Yeah.
drop him down,
Drop him down.
You know, this is the way I do my show. Of course, there have to be moment of laughter, there have to be moment of attention, there have to be a little bit of a comedy silliness, so you can have a little bit of everything. They have to, you have to give them the courage that they will learn something.
Yeah.
You know, they all like that. You give them a little bit of everything, and they just never lose interest. They're always there. Versus if you just keep the show and a low grade, and you don't have any concept of the show.
Oh, here's something. Yeah. Sorry. I just suddenly have an idea. You've been doing it for 23 years.
Yeah, over 23 years.
How about this would be a good way to sort of start to end the interview. How do you see it going on? Will you do this forever?
Definitely.
Definitely.
I think if I don't know what could I do if I don't do magic.
Yeah, and I think you're lucky because you're a magician. Physical. If you're a juggler and a unicyclist, you will reach a point when your physical skills will mean that you can't do the juggling and the unicycling to such a high standard anymore. But I think as a magician, there's plenty of magic you can do until you are I've seen some magicians in their 90s who are still fantastic.
Well, I know exactly what you mean. I when I was more younger, I used to do more manipulation, some really cool stuff, and I have stopped doing that for two reasons. One is in order to keep up with the manipulation, I have to practice a lot.
Yeah.
And by having a family and 2 kids and many things and other things that are more important in life, so you can't do that.
Right.
A second, very important, is most of those elements in magic trick, there are no angle proof. And I'm working doing commercial magic, so I want everything to be done surrounded. So I have to eliminate a bunch of really wonderful magic trick I really love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I see.
really, really love. I cannot do it anymore.
But you will be able to carry on until as long as you like doing these shows.
Yeah, and there's like you said, there's when I get old, as my hands and I actually start checking. I have a little bit of carpal tunnel on my wrist. I realized that I don't look for the easy trick. It's not easy.
No.
But I look for the things that I can do surrounded, that I can be able to deliver everywhere, every country. That speak by yourself is a challenge.
Yes.
It's a challenge, but you have to do some research. You have to travel. You have to participate. Every month I hang out with all the magicians in Hong Kong, have a meal with them. I go to conventions. I get new ideas.
I think so. You mustn't. For me, I get a good show. Straight away, I'm thinking, okay, what can be the next show? So I'm working on a show, and after 6 months, 1 year, it's going really well. I'm thinking this is it, but I don't carry on doing it. I'm always trying to do something new and keep on learning new stuff, and stuff that will be. And I think about my age as well, so I haven't been learning more stuff on the unicycle. I've been learning ventriloquism and things that I can do as I get older that I enjoy. Just keep on redeveloping and learning new stuff all the time.
I think it will finish in family shows some corporate event ever, because I have the I know there's many tricks out there that don't require so much effort, energy, that you can do it. As long as you're able to build up a presentation and know the craft.
Yeah. I shouldn't be recording so much.
It's okay.
So Jose is telling me he used to have a specific set of pattern that he would say to a customer who calls him on the telephone. And what was your first question?
The first is, how do you hear from me?
Right.
Because here is a very important question, because did you hear me through an agency? Did you hear me through my best friend? Did you hear me from my mom? Or did you hear me, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or a very good friend of mine, you did a party last week or whatever, recommended me you. This is very important. That way I can make some notes, and next time the person who recommend you have a party, I can give in something extra as a tip of appreciation that they recommend me this person.
Right. So if somebody recommended you, you can then go back to that first person and say.
I send her a thank you post card, or I send me an email, and I make sure for the next time
you'll give her something special.
First, I'm retaining those customers by doing so. I'm giving them something they will have that didn't have before. And it's sort of a marketing, retaining, and keeping the client alive. So, but not only for that, is because for pricing too. Because maybe he heard from a very good friend, and at that point, at that friend, I charged him a certain amount of money.
Right.
And my package are different, and he will go a different direction. So I know what to talk. I know that I cannot make any mistake when I talk on pricing.
So yes, he'll want, if your friend had a very good package, a good price, he's gonna know that, and he's gonna want the same good price.
I have the same thing this week.
You're right.
You know, and that's why you have to. First, how do you hear from me?
But it can be a problem sometimes, because you give somebody a good price because it's a weekday, for example, and you haven't got any, or it's a last minute booking. Maybe they call you on the Tuesday for a show on a Wednesday, so of course you can give them a good price. You're not losing any. You're not going to get any other bookings at last minute, and it's a weekday where it's quiet anyway.
Yeah.
But then their friends start calling and saying, "Oh, you gave Jennifer such a cheap price." It can be difficult. Sometimes your price goes down.
but you have to explain the client.
Explain to them.
Yeah, you say, look, not a problem. I make sure that I give you this, but you have to make sure that it's only between you and me.
And that's
my show is worth this. Now
that's what I say on my contract. If I do give a discount, it says, please do not tell other parents about the discount, because it causes no end of trouble. I hope you understand, and they do.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You see, you always have to make the client happy. I have this girl not too long ago. The girl that sent me about 2 million messages. Her name is Bonnie. But this girl is like this, I have realized.
Bonnie Chu.
My goodness. Her party, she hired me 3 months or 5 months in advance. She saw me in a party.
Yeah.
And I said, I want you so bad. And then since there, every day she said, I want you to do this, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it was a long story. So finally, she said, I want you to give me a good deal.
Oh, yeah.
I said, yes, I will give you a good deal, but we need to sit down and talk, and you have to let me know what you want. You know, and it was a good deal. It was $3,500. I charged her. But I make her feel good because
For 1 hour?
Yeah, 1 hour. But
Wow.
here's what happened.
That's a good price.
Yeah, we have ways
you.
of twisting things around, you
Ah.
know. And I said, look, I'll give you a good deal. How about you saw the show that I did last week? How about I will give you the corporate package show instead of having the kid show.
Yes.
So you get more value
Yeah.
of what I charge for this $4,500, but you're gonna get it
For 3,000.
3,500.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I still making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I was able to
Make her feel good.
make her feel good. I said, look, in this show you're gonna have a floating table. You don't have it on the other. She said, what? The table float?
Yeah.
And this, and then you hook him up. And this is what I did. Then we just work on it, and that was it. But after that, I was able to do a magic class for her kids. She paid me $1,000 for 2 hours. So, you know, as long as you make the client feel good, that they feel that they're getting best deal and best benefit for you. But if you are in the business and you know how to manage it and what to say,
Yeah.
you can
So she
still
wanted you.
say.
She wanted you for the party, and you said to her, "Well, how about I do my corporate show, which is normally $4,000 or $5,000,
Yeah.
but I'll only do it for $3,500 for you."
Yeah,
And she was
exactly.
very happy. And how long was your show for that?
It's still the same amount of show,
About
but just different trick changes.
It's still about 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's still, but different trick
And then in
change.
addition, after that, you did a workshop
I did
at the same party.
about 2 weeks ago. Actually, I did. She said, "Oh, not to worry, I will contact you."
Oh, this was another
yeah,
date.
another
Oh,
day.
so she was obviously happy, so you hired you back for a workshop as well.
Yeah, and she gave me. I will make sure that a bunch of my friends will know about you. I make her feel good. I
Yeah.
make it because
Make her feel good. I think that's the key.
Yeah, here's what I do. I when I send the package, I send the whole package.
Yeah.
Silver, gold package, close-up magic, and a stage magic.
Yeah.
So they know
Yes.
the things I do.
Yeah.
And they want to make it special. They want to cut it down, and they want to make it good. I said, well, wait a minute. She's cutting it down. How about I give you this package
Yes.
of a corporate that has more staff.
Yeah. Big tricks.
I make
Like
it a
floating
special deal
table.
for the same price
Yeah.
of $500 more because I have to carry more
Yeah.
toys. They feel good.
They feel good, they're like-
You still hooked them up.
Ah,
you know?
clever. I like it.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
still get it. And
They're happy. You're happy.
happy, and you still make your money.
Yeah.
We want to make the money. That's very important.
It's a show business, and business is a big part of it. It's
Yeah,
our life.
I just said, I'm sorry, $2,500. I don't have it. I'm not gonna say, you're gonna look for another magician. No, this is what I charge. No, I'm not doing anything that day. I want to make my money, you know?
Yeah.
So I say, how about if I prepare a 30-minute show instead for that price? Are you happy with it? Oh, yeah, it sounds good.
Hang on. So they haven't got 2,000. They haven't got 2,500. They don't want to spend 2,500.
They want to spend $2,000 only.
Oh, 2,000 only.
But they are still looking at the 40-minute. I said to them, how about I do a 30-minute instead
for 2,000.
for 2,000?
Ah.
I still make the money in less time and make them happy.
Yeah.
You still make your money.
Yeah.
You did a bit less time.
And you might be able to fit another booking into that day because you've only spent
You don't
half
lose-
an hour at
you
a
don't
place
lose
instead
anything.
of 45 minutes to an hour.
You don't lose anything.
Don't lose anything. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
give them 30-minute worth of
Yeah.
that price.
Yeah.
So-
But you have to. When people call you, you have to be you have to be very alert. When people call you and they say, "Oh yeah, I saw you at Cindy's party," you've got to remember. Do you remember? Oh, Cindy's party. Yeah, that was 2,500. Do you remember all this? Is it easy?
If I'm sitting on my desk,
You can find it.
Yes.
So while you're talking, you're typing on your computer, trying to remember who Cindy's party was.
Well, I have a lot of tricks. I do that. I say, when was the day?
Yeah. And you're while you're asking for the dates, you're typing in your diary to check it.
Yeah. Or if I.
Do you ever say, "I'll call you"? Let me just a second. I'll call you back in a minute. Can that work?
If I'm, I do say this. I say, I'm in the I'm sorry, I am in the middle of important phone call.
Oh, that sounds good.
But I'm in the middle of waiting for. Can I call you back? I'm in the middle of a important phone call, or I'm actually waiting for a phone call to deal with a client for a magic show. I have this.
Yeah.
Can I call you back?
Yeah.
They said, well, this guy is busy.
That
blah,
sounds
blah,
good.
blah,
Yes.
and he'll call me back. He's busy, no problem. But
and then you've got a breathing space to check up on your diary.
Yes, right away. If I'm not ready, I do this a lot.
That's a good idea.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit busy right now. Waiting, I'm in the meeting right now.
Yeah. I had to do that. I don't do it so much now because I'm not quite as busy as I was in Singapore, which is fine. But in Singapore, my diary was so complicated, full of confirmed shows, unconfirmed shows. Sorry, I'm messy.
Yeah, it's okay.
They can't see me. It's an audio.
Yeah.
Podcast. They can't see that. I've got food on my mouth.
I'm just telling you to clean up.
So I would, when people would call me, they'd say, "Are you available on the 14th of April?" And I'd always say, "Okay, let me check my diary and call you back in 2 minutes." I always have to do that because sometimes I look at my diary while I was on the phone, and I think I was free, and then I'd say, "Yes, I'm available," and then I'd have to call them back in 10 minutes. "Oh no, sorry, I'm not available." That was very bad.
No, I say, "Can you hang on a second? I can see through my phone."
Yeah.
Because you can talk.
Yeah.
And I just see right away. Yes, I am available.
Yeah.
But
I like the idea of saying, "Hold on, I've got an important call on the other line." That sounds great.
Here's when I deal with people like this when the show is corporate, it's big money, and things like that. I'm doing a big show coming up on May 9, corporate event, and they want me to do like the specific wine and bottle trick.
I know the one. That's the one where this is where the more and more bottles appear.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I told the girl. She said, "Oh, I give her the prices," and she said, "Oh, how about if you do only the close up?" I said, "That's fine, but they're not gonna be able to see the boy on bottle trip because I cannot do it in close up. I have to be a stage, but I did it for a purpose because I give him 2 prices, and she is an agency. She went to lower price to advertise me and get the big prize. Do you know what I'm saying? I gave her 2 prizes.
2 prizes, yes.
Yeah. I quoted 2-hour close-up magic, and I quoted the close-up magic with the stage performance.
Which is more expensive.
Yeah, more expensive. But because it is an agency that is dealing with a client,
right?
The agency, of course, is going to make money.
Right.
So I don't know what they're built to tell the client how much money they're gonna get, and you'll be surprised because sometime I have performed for $4,000. The agency is making $50,000.
I know. Sometimes the markup is huge.
Yeah.
And you say to yourself, "My goodness."
I have learned from this a lot. So I knew right away because the thing of the event is called Food and Wine Walk or something.
So they need the wine trick.
They need the wine trick.
Yes.
She laid it down at the beginning. "Oh, you guys do the wine, blah 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 blah." I said, "Oh, there's money here to be made."
Yes.
Wait a second. So I said, "I'm sorry, if I cannot do the wine trick, I have to be a stage, and I have to be at 3 meters from far away, blah 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 blah, in order for me to do it." But the client, I guess, won the bottle trick no matter what. Yes. So they end up paying for the close on the stage.
I had to do it.
I mean, it's a good gig. It's a $10,000 gig, So but you have to be on top of the game and sense these things. What the client want, why they ask me so many questions
you do.
in order to be in a ball
You
game.
do,
Because
you do.
right away I said to my wife, "Don't worry, she will call back."
Uh-huh.
Right out of the bat, because they need the bottle. Look at
yeah.
the theme. It's a full on wine.
It's a wine festival. They're gonna need your wine trick, your bottles of wine
And
trick.
I said, "She'll call back." There you go. She
And you
called
can
back.
you can see that video. Just search a little bit. It's on your website or something.
Yeah, in the website and YouTube.
It's on your website, and it's a great trick.
Yeah,
It's really good.
Yeah, I can tell you every day we'll learn more about it, but you have to be honest as you're capable of what you're able to deliver.
It's tricky though, because on the one hand, I try to say yes to everything, but there's a little bit of me that sometimes says in my head, well, this one you have to say no to, because to be honest, that's not what you do, and you wouldn't do a good job.
No. I understand what you mean. You cannot say yes to anything. Sometimes say, "Can you do balloons?" I say, "No, I do simple figure balloon like this, but I'm not a professional balloon artist.
You can't make.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'll pass along to somebody else that does
Yeah.
it. I don't get involved into things that I don't do.
No, but
I'm not pretending that I'm gonna do it or not, because I don't look good.
yeah. So you say yes to as much as possible, but you try to you're honest. You have to.
I say yes to the things I know I can and capable to do it. But do the other ones? No, I don't. I don't stay away from it, because it's not gonna make me look good. I have this girl that I perform all the time for her, and she paid for me to do a balloon workshop.
Okay.
And I say to her, "Look, I'm not a professional.
It's not your specialty.
It's not my specialty, but these are the type of balloon I know how to make. These are simple, easy to make, and I guarantee you that this balloon, they're gonna learn 10 shape.
Yes.
When I make. This is my goal." But she said, "Jose, I've seen you perform so many times. You have so much of a character atmosphere and great entertainment. I think it will be a piece of cake for you. Consider that." She paid for it, and they paid me about $3,000, and I did 2-hour balloon workshop. I say very clear when I started a workshop for this old lady that pick up the kids in school, and they have to be in the bus. They have to entertain the kids.
Okay.
I said, I'm a full-time professional magician, and in my show I do simple shapes of balloon. I'm not my specialty is not in this.
Yeah.
So I am here to show you some simple balloons that you can do it right away, right now, and each of you will learn very fast.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm interested. That's it. All I needed to tell.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'd say I could talk with you for hours, but
I know.
I should probably get back to my kids as well.
Yeah, I know.
And your daughter's waiting for you. Look, it's fantastic. I'm going to put this online soon.
Yeah,
and I'll let you know.
Yeah, sure.
So
you
you
bet,
can hear
you
it.
bet.
Oh, it's brilliant. Thank you.
pleasure,
Thank you
my
so
pleasure, my
much.
pleasure.
Thank you. So that's Jose. Great stuff. What an intelligent guy. He knows so much about his business and so much about the marketing. And I love the way he puts a theatre show, a high quality show, into someone's living room for a birthday party. And talking about the high quality show, if you are listening to this podcast via my website www.thebigbenshow.com, there is a bonus feature coming up next. There's going to be this bit will be a video showing you. You can see our video of Jose showing me all his sound system, how he can remote control it, and how he sets up a stereo surround system even at a birthday party. So if you're listening via audio, then take care, goodbye. But if you click over to www.thebigbenshow.com, you'll find there's a video here of Jose. Take care, goodbye. So, Jose is going to show me some of his music equipment. For example, a great idea is using the iWatch. The iPhone watch is what it's going to get. Have the watch, and then you can do a show, yeah, and you can press your watch to change the tracks, Bluetooth from the watch to the speaker. While you're doing the show, change your tracks. But he's going to show me some other stuff as well. This is Jose's show. He's got a bag there. That's your birthday by the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Packed.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
There's everything over here, and and I can carry less. Let me tell you, but I'm talking about games and everything. You know, they're all here.
You go in there.
This is the ping pong ball.
This from ping pong balls. Okay. Yeah. Ping pong balls. All right.
Yeah, another thing I do, I have a program for the show that I do. As soon as I get into the actual show, I hand it to the parents. This is the magic show that you're gonna see today.
Wow, you give them the program.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everything, so they're gonna see.
It tells them what to expect. The program.
Yeah, it's like the stage.
Yeah, it's like a theatre. You give them a program.
Yeah, I give them a program to look at it. Wow, we're gonna have this. So this guy is.
That's great.
He knows what he does.
Yeah, you've got a program.
Yeah.
You give them a proper program. That's like in a theatre.
I give it a proper program of the show. So. This is my audio system.
My Pro.
Yeah. Now, with this, I get everything. The mic is built into it. I have my wireless mic.
Yeah. Did you buy this in Hong Kong?
Yeah. 7,000 Hong Kong.
Okay, that's good.
Look at how light it is.
Oh, it's pretty light, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It lasts 12 hours.
Fantastic.
Of battery.
Yeah.
You know, so no battery is needed. If
Yeah.
you care, put it everywhere. The only thing you need to connect the cable to the phone. Like I said, the system will operate through here. This is option number 1 that I usually do. And these are mine.
What's this?
These are the Bluetooth speakers.
Bluetooth speakers. Oh. Extra speakers. Oh, that's amazing. You've got one speaker, you've got 2. 3.
Yeah.
You've got the speaker on the MyPro, and you've got one speaker over here, and then another Bluetooth speaker over here. Oh, it really becomes a theatre.
Yeah.
Surround sound.
Now, the reason I bought these 2 Bluetooth speakers is because, as you know, this is only one speaker. The sound is not so high quality when you have a stereotype, you know.
Stereo music.
So you got music coming from here,
Yeah.
and it sounds better.
That's fantastic.
Not only that,
Wireless Bluetooth speakers all around you.
I cannot Bluetooth this to my MyPro. I have to use a cable to it, but through my speaker I can.
Oh, this phone can go to those speakers by Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And when I get the watch, I go from here directly to those ports.
When you have an iPhone style watch, an iWatch, is it also going to be called an iWatch?
Yeah, I think.
You think so, yeah. And then you can just control it from the phone.
No cable, no nothing.
And you won't need the micro anymore.
No, well, I actually need it, and the reason I need it is because I have my mic.
Oh, the mic is still on the micro. Okay.
So I basically this go like here.
Yeah.
This side, and I'm set to go.
It's lovely. It's really nice.
That's it. I got a very nice voice through there.
Yeah.
And the stage.
That's great. So you've got the micro, which has a wireless microphone for your show.
Built into it.
And then you also have these Bluetooth speakers, which you can control eventually from your phone.
Yeah, this is
There you go. This is the headset microphone.
That's my
Nice.
goes to it.
Very nice.
And the speakers will last how many hours, 20 hours without charging.
Brilliant.
Constantly.
That's fantastic.
And this will last 12 hours, so no need to.
Fantastic. 12 hours. Fantastic.
Go over there, put it out. That's it.
Yeah.
It's good to go. Yeah.
That's awesome, Jose. What a great setup.
Yeah, I mean, there's $300 US, $300 US, $7,000
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. That's
Yeah.
about nearly $2,000 there in these three toys, but
Yeah.
it's worth it.
It's brilliant.
Quality, you know.
High quality.
High quality.
And they come with these lovely boxes to keep safe when you're travelling.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've basically got one bag here for your sound system,
Yeah.
and you've got one suitcase here and a flight case for your show there.
Yeah.
Yeah.